guys, it's Kimmi. I know you're here for the video and I'm gonna let you get right to it. But first, I have to tell you about the Notary Business Success Mentor Program if you have not heard. And it includes everything you need to get started in your business to teach you how to properly notarize using our course, Notarize Like a Pro. Apostilles, field inspection, ink fingerprinting, you name it, we got you covered. So check it out, including weekly live trainings and a 7-day-a-week chat. Oh yeah, you heard it right, 7 days. So check it out, notaryeducators.com. Bye. Enjoy the video.
Hold on, because I'm about to
on your watch. Okay.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, let me cue it up for you then. Here's a keypad.
Hold on, missed call. I got to get... Why is it trying to call Jeffrey?
Is that a 917 number that just came?
Why I keep trying to call him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, guys, hold on. I got to get the phone number because I want to call this client and I wanted y'all to hear me call him.
It was a 917.
Yeah, it was 917. Hold on.
Anyhow, so it went well. It went quick, and the doctor was really impressed. So I guess I didn't mess up that bad because he asked Kim. He said, "Do you have any more cards? Are you all down here often?" And once you start giving away your business cards, I just ordered mine, by the way.
Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna let her talk, but can you dial this number? Hold on. It's 917. Let me dial it because I don't want to give out his number. Hold on. Y'all can listen. 917-678-9207. I like them to hear live calls whenever they can. Hold on, y'all. Hey. I hate to miss calls. It could be spam, I don't know, but I don't play y'all, so I gotta try to get this call. Hold on. If not, I'm gonna let Kate Denise keep
Your
talking.
call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 917.
Yeah, so he probably doesn't recognize that number. Yeah, so that's probably what's going on. He doesn't recognize that number.
Oh, well,
so if he calls you back, just hand me the phone. So you can keep talking. He might call you back and say, "Who is this?"
Okay.
So she gotta tell you. I forgot what you was telling them. But...
Oh, about my business cards that I just ordered.
Okay,
and how it made a difference up there at the signing. How the client actually chose between Kimmi and another notary. He liked the fact that she had a website. He liked all the information. She listed all of the services that she offered. He said that he actually visited the website and that was his final, like, hey, I'm going with this notary versus that notary. So we ain't gonna get all the business, but hey, you do want to be professional and you do want to have, I took tips from it. I took my takeaway was make sure I list all my services and give me a page, a Google page and a website if you can. I'm gonna try to do all I can so I can make I want this to be my only source of income. I want to ride around all day just doing notaries and loan signers and apostilles. I want this to be mine instead of going to punch a clock. That's the goal. That's the goal, the end game. And then I ordered my cards today, which I'm excited about that. So then I talked to my niece, who is Alexis, and she was telling me yesterday. I asked her how did it go when you went to your first signing by yourself. She said, honestly, I was so nervous, my hands were shaking. It is nerving. It's nerving because you're dealing with serious documents and that you are the expert there and all that. She said, but auntie, you get through it, you get over it. And I said, well, Alexis, how do you get all your business? She said, a lot of times, I said, it's very competitive. She said, yeah, it is, but I used to get business because other notaries don't answer their phone. They'll tell me they're so thankful that I picked up. They tried 3 or 4 people before me, and then they get to me. She said, I always answer phone calls. I don't care if I know the number or not. I don't screen phone calls. I'm in business. I take all calls. I said, note to self, because that's me too. I look like, who is that? And then too, I'm going to tell you, just by working in the hospital, a lot of people keep their phone numbers from different states around the world. They don't change their phone numbers. It may look like a spam, but it's not. Like yesterday, somebody, I get a lot of, was it 346? I even had one of those. I'm like, girl, where you from? Then they'd be like, oh, I'm in Idaho. I don't know if that. I'm just giving an example. I just know I see some weird area codes because in the business that I'm in, I have to verify phone numbers. And I said, wow, no wonder people may be missing out on a lot of business because people keep their area codes from different states. Like it's New York.
They vacation visit
yeah,
here,
but
and I ain't gonna answer the phone.
Is one of them 646 or something?
Yeah,
you have some weird area codes.
I get a lot of New York.
And it's like, okay, where are they from? And sometimes, you know, if I feel comfortable and I think that, you know, they'll tell me, well, I'm from the state of. I'm like, wow, okay, so it's important. Note to self, answer your telephone because you don't never know who's on the other end. It may look like spam, but it's not. It's an actual person needing documents. So,
can you talk a little bit about, you did the state training, would that have prepared you for any of what you've been doing out here?
No. That's just no.
Sound like our father.
No. No, that was not real life at all. That was just multiple choice rigmarole to pass their test. That's not life out here in these streets with documents. No. That was enough for what they required, but for what your client in real life required is totally different. That's not real life. That's just like nursing school, medical school, any of that. You know, textbook, they want you to know textbook, but theory in real life is something different. Hands-on, something different. That's something very different. No. That there's no way that would have prepared me. That's just giving me some scenarios, if somebody, what to look for an ID and how to make sure it's that person. Do they need to be sworn in or not? No, it's not the same. You need to know. And I pay, like I said, I pay for my membership. And when she dropped me off, I'm going home to study. I take a nap, of course, but I'm going home to study. But I'm older. I'm a little bit older, so. But I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do it. But I pace myself. But I want to do it. I'm gonna do it now. Am I a Kimmi? Not yet. But I'm working on it. I am.
And it's possible.
Hey, Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Lisa, I heard you be doing your thing, girl. I heard you was nothing to play with. I want to be like y'all. There's a lot of y'all. Kim always talking about they be doing their thing. Jasmine is another one. I don't know who I'm on here, but shout out to y'all. Y'all be doing your thing.
Scroll up and read the comments.
Let me see. She said, girl, I be trying, LOL. I know you do, Lisa. Girl, I heard about you. I'm going to have to connect when I get, but I'm nowhere near you.
Tell them even about accepting payments.
Oh, yeah. That accepting payments, everybody's not going to do Cash App, which is what I got, or Zelle. You have to have various forms of payments to be able to accommodate your clients, because Kim even mentioned Venmo.
Yeah,
and then she mentioned the other one. Oh, credit cards. Square. They want to be able to pay however they want to pay. And if you don't have multiple forms of, acceptance of payments.
Right, what he said, I wonder how you was going to get paid.
He said, I wonder how you was going to get paid because all I have was a credit card. She said, no problem. You want to be able, no problem. I got you. Credit card, no problem. Venmo, no problem. So that, we're not going to do the runaround about the payment. We're not going to do the runaround. No. Because see, I personally, I don't want anybody's check, although I still write checks myself sometimes, but I know mine is good. I don't want to have to run to your bank. I don't want to have to run to the bank to see if your check is good. Some people, old school people, still do use checks, and ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, but it's very rare I take a check.
Yeah, and Kimmi even said very rarely does she take a check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's rare.
Yeah, and I mean, checks are still a good form of payment if you trust the source, but we don't, when you're dealing with this is your first time meeting, you want something, sure form of payment, because you done the work.